Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more iRacing, where today we're here back in 2020 Season 3. This time round we're here for the Michelin Pilot Challenge in the all-new BMW M4 GT4 car. Very much looking forward to this season. Week 1 takes us to Brands Hatch. We got a Porsche actually on pole and an AC of BMWs behind, but we start P3 as number 2 car. Hopefully we can try and gain a little bit of some iRacing and some SR here today. But we've got to be focusing on keeping the start nice and clean. Getting ready then for half an hour here at Brands Hatch. There we go. Green flag racing. This guy's going to try and give me a squeeze towards the wall. We'll see if we can keep the nose there as we head down in towards one. Stick it at the inside of the time. Oh, back end tries to get a little bit loose.
Still there.
Come on.
Hold your line.
Keep it nice and tidy. Through the head.
Still there.
Try and get the power down.
Still there.
He's going to keep the nose
Still
there
there.
again and completely slam the door shut on me. Clearly, no idea what I've done to upset him before this race, but we're not going to worry about that.
Car right. Clear right.
As, yeah, this car feels a little bit strange to me, I'll be honest. You really can't rev it all that much. I seem to find myself bouncing off the rev limiter quite a lot. Whatever reason. So, yeah, not too sure what that's all about. But hopefully, obviously, give it a couple of weeks, we'll all be used to that. As still, the back end trying to get a little bit loose and lively. As we head in towards the back half of the circuit for the first time in this race. I reckon it's going to be about a 20-lap race altogether. So, not all too many to get the job done, but certainly enough to get a bit more used to this car, everything like this. Obviously, where it's quite a close SOF between everyone, there's a good chance to gain some iRacing. As well, obviously, with a strong qualifying. Hopefully we won't see too many mistakes coming in from me. But you never know as to what will quite happen. Because we've already got a little bit of safety to the guys behind. No idea why crew chief's telling us that. I can quite clearly see he hasn't gone off. We have also actually got a couple of Audis in this split. I think we've got about 10 or 11 of them. Some of the TCRs. We will probably have to navigate them once in this race, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously we'll wait and see about that as we head down through the first couple of corners on lap 2. Trying to apply the pressure to this guy. See if we can force him into a bit of an error as we head in towards the hairpin. Yeah, we seem to have built up a little bit of safety to the guys behind. I've got no idea as well why the FPS seems to stutter a bit down here. It seems to struggle with a lot of cars. But around the rest of the track it should all be alright. I haven't noticed it anywhere else, put it that way. As you can see, actually, yeah, a little bit of chaos. I think it's actually kicked off behind us there. It's given the top 3 a bit of a breakaway. No idea what's happened, but according to that we've got about 4 seconds now to the guys behind. Which is very nice. Always nice to know you don't have to focus on your mirrors so much.
There's an incident in clearways.
But yeah, P8 now seems to be going to P4 there, so that's reassuring for us. But yeah, obviously not the longest race in the world, but also, you know, not a sprint race either. We've got to just try and keep it nice and tidy. I wonder if, you know, we can match this Cayman. See if we can apply some pressure to him. We've already conceded, maybe. Yeah, I think crew chief just seems to think he's always going to bend it into Paddock Hill. As yeah, top 3 are pretty even on pace by the looks of it. We'll see if we can try and find some extra time here and there. We all seem to have bits that we're good at and then bits that we struggle at a little bit more. You've got to just try and use up all the extra curbing around here, and yeah, no idea why that guy's struggling so much, but maybe he's picked up some damage, something like that. And he's completely stacked it, and the Cayman's gone off trying to avoid him. So that's going to be us a bit of P2 then. All kicking off already. Lap traffic playing havoc inside the first 4 minutes here, which is rather alarming. But yeah, hopefully. Oh, Z takes a bit of grass. Maybe we can try and apply some pressure here. Wanted to sort of try and get used to the car a bit more, but if there's... Ooh, that's going to be a stupid off track. There's an opportunity to fight for victories. I'm always going to try and go for it. Obviously, Brands Hatch still plays host to, I think, my favourite, well, my best ever race I've had on iRacing. BMW Sprint. We went from 12th to 1st in 12 minutes. Around a track that isn't the easiest to overtake at. You sort of got to try and... Brands Hatch is all about trying to force others into errors, it always feels like around here.
Looks
So
like
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Had a kill.
As we really try and get nice and late on the brakes down into one. Short shift back into 4th gear. Just allows you to roll down the hill a little bit more. Up into the hairpin. Just trying to, yeah, fill this guy's mirrors as best as possible. See if we can force him into an error. As we're still getting, yeah, very, very loose and lively in a lot of spots. We need to definitely start braking earlier into there. That's going to allow the Porsche potentially a bit of a run. Don't think he's quite going to be able to get the power down. Yeah, we'll slot it in front of him for now, but if he really is applying too much pressure, then we might just let him through. See if he can force the BMW into an error. Come on, keep it tidy. Don't let the wheels dip on the grass, though. That's just going to be horrible, horrible understeer out towards the wall. Oh, that's another stupid off track. We're just trying to explore the limits a bit too much.
Alright.
That's ascend.
Still there. Right side's clear.
No, come on, don't do that.
Come on, keep pushing.
Mate! All the dive bombs coming out.
Looks like the leader has gone off in. Had a kill.
It's what you might expect in TCR class, but I wouldn't expect it so much in the GT Falls, but there we go. It's a rude awakening for me. People love a good dive bomb, apparently. Maybe we'll see some dives coming in between these two then. At the moment, you need to try and focus on sticking with them.
The gap in front is now 0.9.
Need to work out a bit of a better braking marker into here. That was a good braking point, but I don't remember where we slammed on the anchors, so not ideal. Yeah, I think that Audi in their class is really struggling. I think we're not far off lapping him for a second time already, which is rather alarming, I'll be honest. Oh, that's a stupid off-track. All three have been stupid off-track so far. We need to try and keep it tidy. It's a good chance to gain some SR around here, which we probably need. Don't think we even gained any in the Formula Sprint race we did yesterday in the new car. I think it basically stayed neutral around there, so
looks like the leader's
yeah, we're struggling a bit.
Crew
chief needs to start giving me.
The guy ahead's last
Oh,
lap
that's
time
late.
is 1:32.0.
That's not what you need through turn one. Need to try and stick with these two though. They both seem incredibly feisty. So maybe they'll come together. You never know. But I certainly didn't want to get involved in too intense a battle with either of them. I think with that rogue Audi as well on the circuit, you never quite know what's going to happen. Try and get the power down. Just feel the traction control. Probably don't need traction control in this thing, I'll be honest. It's only got like 340 horsepower. Still that horrible balance between pushing too much and trying to maintain good pace, so you don't get too sloppy. Yeah, we need to try and stick with these two though, because there is definitely the potential for an opportunity to open up. But I'm enjoying this car so far. Is he going to go for the send? He certainly thinks about it, but the BMW isn't going to give him a chance. So Yeah, that Audi now is only 7 seconds up the road. So I've got no idea what's wrong with it.
It's gone off in Paddock Hill.
Hold on, get it slowed down. Almost 10 minutes in though already. And the 3 cars battling for the race victory. Doesn't seem to be letting up just yet. But, I mean, even if you can't get the dubs, I'd love our first podium at 2020 Season 3. But yeah, that Porsche is just looking at any opportunity, isn't it? I'm just waiting for him to really commit to one, the BMW to commit to slamming the door shut as well. Hopefully gifting us something, but you never know, you gotta be there at the end of the day. That's what I'm just thinking at the moment, and the pace does seem to be okay to hang with them. I don't think we've quite got the all-out pace of either of them. But are those two battling, perhaps? Oh, that's not where you want to be. Come on. Yeah, the car, though, does feel good fun to drive. Certainly got a couple of little quirks that we need to get used to, like I mentioned at the start. A very, very short rev range. Obviously, I've quite audio-based when it comes to changing gear. I don't really like to look at the dash too much. But it revs a lot less than I think it does. I always seem to think it's got like another couple of thousand RPM.
Your lap time was 132.8. Sectors 1 and 2 are.
So just find myself banging off the rev limiter ever so slightly as we just clipped the gravel trap there. Got away with that quite luckily. So yeah, now we're all back together as we've got the Audi just in front of us. That's not what we need. There we go, we've got to run on the Porsche again. Porsche seems to be the one getting screwed by him.
On your left.
So yeah, the Porsche is going to just go straight in for the dive.
Still there. Clear left.
Can we get the run on the straightaway?
Still there.
I'm just going to bail out. I want those two to fight each other rather than me getting involved. I don't really trust either of them all too much at the moment, so we'll slot back into position. I'm sure the BMW is now looking at this as a good chance to try and break away. Oh, come on, nose in, nose in. There we go. Yeah, they're both just costing each other time though. So I don't really want to split them up and then lose time to one of them once we try and defend from the other.
Looks like the leader has gone off in.
Trying to play it sensible.
That lap was a
I've got no idea still why Crew Chief every single lap is saying that, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Look at that. Paul's still looking. Again, that's not really great. That's just not a place to go for dive bombs. And of course, like always, we seem to be the one that gets screwed by it. Nowhere for us to go. Hopefully we haven't got damage, or too much damage. We did get a 4x from it, but yeah, I'll be honest, not a fan of Oscar's driving style. Certainly not one that I'm willing to adopt. See if now we can try and apply some pressure to him. As he basically just commits a bump and run.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 1.2 seconds.
Come on. Don't start doing that.
He's gone off in Paddock Hill.
Yeah, really not a fan of Oscar's style. But hopefully we can just try and focus that around race a bit more.
You can do better than this.
like I said, we need to try and bring in our first podium at 2020 Season 3. That should be our big focus for this one. That was close. So yeah, the back end does seem to get a little bit loose and lively. The 50 mark, yeah, 50 mark seems about right into there. I think we've just got to try and work with the traction control a bit more. Try to avoid leaning on it.
Just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. 15 minutes left. You're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
I'm just gutted we couldn't avoid the other BMW. So that could have been really, really good for us, but I think we got a little bit of damage on the far side of the car.
Looks like P4 has gone off in Paddock Hill.
Come on. Hopefully it won't cost us too much time. We just need to try and keep applying the pressure. But I mean, plus 80 iRacing, if we finished here, that would be a nice little hit to have. So I forget just how much you can lean on the ABS in some places. So you can just really ride it into the corners. It's not like the GT3s that... Oh, although be it now are a lot better on it. They're not brilliant still. Over halfway through this race though. We're getting there, slowly but surely, yeah? Come on. Don't start doing that.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 2.0.
Don't know why I changed down into third. I don't think we've quite got enough pace, I'll be honest. I think we're struggling a bit, but you never know. We've got to be there still, like I said.
Gone off in Paddock Hill.
I don't know why it keeps saying someone keeps going off in Paddock Hill. Unless that is the case, I don't know.
Sector 1 is 0.3 off the pace.
Maybe lap traffic will screw him again, with a bit of luck. I think the karma might be going his way. Or hopefully not. Hopefully not in his favour. Based on the racing I've seen so far. Don't start doing that, little car. We've worked together well so far today. It's been good fun this race so far. I don't know why. I didn't really want to do last season's IMSA Pilot Challenge, but I did the first couple of races. I think, like round 4, I tried like 3 times, got taken out in every single one, and then sort of just fell out with it. It cost me too much SR. So obviously people are quite brutal with each other. Because they think, oh look, there's touring cars in this, that means that wrecks are what's expected of us. But not quite in the GT4 cars. But yeah. But maybe now with more obviously the GT4s. Obviously we haven't got many using the TCRs anymore. I do still find the Audi very, very good fun to drive. But yeah, maybe we'll have to jump back into it a bit more. What I really want on iRacing is a GT3, GT4 series. That would be good fun. But then obviously we've got the VRS GT Sprint, and then we've got this series as well, so... It's probably not something that we need, but something I'd probably like to give a bit of a go. Come on. Just over 10 minutes to go. Fuel's fine to the end. Try and ride the curbs a bit more where we can. Horses closing in another one of the Audis. See if it all goes wrong for him. Nope, he gets through there nice and cleanly. Might close up to the back end of the rest of the Audis, since we take a lot of curb there. Surprised that wasn't a 1x or a slowdown.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go.
But we're just keeping it nice and sensible. Or trying to, anyway. See how well it goes. Sounds alright, this thing as well when it's revving. Not so much on the gear change, in my opinion.
Slower class car ahead. That was 133.9.
I think the pace is fairly consistent, though. So now got the yellow light on for fuel. We should be okay to the end. TCR running a little bit wild there. Maybe we'll get past him down here. He's disappeared. Please don't just reappear. Yeah, no idea where he's disappeared to then. So it might only be P8 that we find as well. Don't think we're going to catch up to the rest of the TCRs. Yeah, we're just trying to keep it smooth. Obviously this thing just requires no really aggressive sort of movements or anything like that. You've just got to try and be smooth with it. And it will reward you if you are, but yeah, you just can't thrash this thing around very much. About another 6 laps to go though. See if we can try and get some faster lap times in. What annoys me is we're losing so much time to Oscar, but we're still pulling away from the guys behind. That was not what we needed.
Keep it between the lines.
Alright, let's just focus in on getting to the flag then. Perhaps. Again, I don't know why we changed down into third there, but hey ho. I think we'll close up to that TCR right at the very end. But for us though, it's been a good little race so far. Hopefully I don't jinx it. But had a good qualifying. A little bit loose and wild into turn 1, but that was all okay.
You think it might be Calvo?
You know, that's to be expected. We got through there though. Obviously we had the TCR in the way, like 3 laps in, which Oscar got screwed by more than me and the other guy. But he got his revenge with dive bombs and interesting driving etiquette, I'll be honest, which we tried not to be a part of. Unfortunately we got wrapped into his incident with the other BMW, which cost us time at the end of the day. And maybe a little bit of performance. Yeah, I mean, if we could finish this with 8x, that'll probably, hopefully, be about neutral on the old instant count. We need to try and get some more sort of 2-3 instant count races. Just, it's always that one 4x that we seem to get that really does cost us. Always seem to have one piece of contact with another car. which so far most of this championship, or most of 2020 Season 3 even I should say, has been other people's incidents that we just get wrapped into. Try to avoid it as best as possible, but it doesn't seem to be the way. I think the only other odd one out was in the Formula Sprint yesterday. We made a bit of an oopsie, I'll be honest. Yeah, Oscar's got some mad pace though. Might not agree with his driving etiquette, but I can't deny his pace.
Looks like it's Calvo.
Certainly, based on driving pace alone, deserves the 99 rating.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about.
Yeah, this would also take us above 1.9k again, which would be certainly very, very nice. But yeah, we do need to focus on our SR as well. I mean, I've not really got any need to be A, but I certainly wouldn't mind having it. Always nice to have. Not on the road side anyway. Obviously, the only thing A unlocks is the Williams, and I've got no real interest in racing that. And I don't think very many other people do either, so A license is kind of a bit irrelevant now on iRacing. They probably need to add an A license series that people want to drive. Whether it be... well, it probably will have to be GT cars. That's probably all they could do to get people wanting to get up to A license again. Especially where there's obviously no Formula Pro series anymore. And not many people really are interested in driving the Formula 1 car, nearly 10 years old. Only another 3.5 minutes to go though, so another 3 more laps.
Looks like it's Calvo.
iRacing, or crew chief even I should say, is still telling me Calvo keeps spinning it.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
Let's say, and yeah, around low 34s, a couple of high 33s in there. Let's just bring it to the end. Pick up our first podium of 2020 Season 3. Pick up some silverware. Can't remember the last time we won on iRacing at this point. I don't think... did we? I genuinely don't think we won anything in 2020 Season 2. Not that I can remember, anyway. See, depending on the series, my results really, really do sort of move around a lot. Come on. Don't run wide. That was close.
We think P6 has gone off in Paddock Hill.
The Oscar is still pulling out nearly a second a lap over us, so... but I'm going to blame that on having a season's worth of experience with the Cayman. 2 more minutes, 2 more laps though. Probably shouldn't be making too many excuses. How much fuel we got spare? Yeah, another 3 laps it reckons.
You've just done a 133.6.
That was a good lap though.
Slower class car ahead. Looks like P3's gone off in Paddock Hill. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Yeah, gap behind us though is still opening up lap after lap, which is nice. Nice to know we probably deserved this P2. Oh, we definitely deserved a podium at the very least. Go on, nose in, nose in. There we go. Thank you, Mr. TCR.
Car left. Clear left.
May have cut across his nose a little bit much there, but hey ho. We didn't die this time, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, BMW M4 GT4 car though. Good little race car. As soon as we say that, we almost had to steer off. Works quite nicely. Can chuck it around a bit as well. Have a bit of fun with it.
P6 has gone off in Paddock Hill.
That's always the most important thing. On to the final lap of this race though. And unless something goes catastrophically wrong, we're looking at our first podium of 2020 Season 3 as well, which is nice.
Last lap, looking good for a podium.
Crew Chief just repeating me there. Clearly thinking the same things as me. Going even faster that time round. So we're clearly finding a bit of pace towards the end. Either that or the dash is lying to me.
Paddock Hill.
Just sort of learning what you can get away with on the brakes, everything like that. Which will take a few weeks before we're confident with. Slow car on the right, no idea what someone's done. I guess some of the TCR's had a bit of a moment. Hopefully we won't get too close. Yeah, I think we've certainly earned our ATI rating. Just like always, signifies the importance of qualifying here on the old iRacings. Try and attack the curbing. Penultimate corner though.
Slower class car.
It's actually, yeah, been quite a bang tidy lap at the end. I'm intrigued to know what this one is. I'm guessing a low 33.
Paddock Hill.
Final corner, don't mess it up. This is going to be a wonderful little podium to kick off the IMSA Pilot Challenge here. What is the final lap going to be as well? A 33-1, so rather happy with that. I'm pretty certain, obviously, that would be our fastest lap right at the end there. But yeah, GG's to Oscar. Like I said, despite a bit of an interesting style that I personally not the biggest fan of, you can't deny his pace at the end of the day. And yeah, the BMW I think had seen better days as well, but that's the way it works sometimes. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do make sure you do get yourself subscribed. And yeah, hopefully we will be back next week with wherever the BMW, well, IMSA Pilot Challenge heads next.